Imagine a leader so powerful that his authority is not simply based on votes, but on the belief that he is a guardian of divine law. That is the idea behind the title Ayatollah, but this title is much more than a religious label. It carries a story that stretches back more than 1,400 years, to a moment that split the Muslim world and changed history forever. When Prophet Muhammad passed away, the most important question was no longer about revelation, but about leadership. Who would guide the community now? From that moment, two different visions began to emerge. One side believed leadership should be chosen through consultation and agreement among respected members of the community. The other believed it should remain within the Prophet's family, especially through Ali, his cousin and son-in-law. What began as a political disagreement slowly turned into a deep religious and historical divide. Over time, this divide gave birth to Sunni and Shia Islam. For Shiites, leadership was never just about politics. It was about sacred legitimacy, divine guidance, and a spiritual chain that could not be broken by human choice alone. That belief eventually led to the concept of the imams, and later to one of the most important theological ideas in Shiite history, the hidden imam. According to Twelver Shiite belief, there were 12 rightful imams, all descended from Ali. The 12th imam, Muhammad al-Mahdi, did not die publicly. Instead, he disappeared and entered what Shiites call occultation. During the minor occultation, he communicated through appointed representatives. Later, the major occultation began, and that state continues to this day. For more than 1,000 years, Twelver Shiites have believed that their rightful imam is still alive, hidden by divine will, and will return at the end of time to restore justice. But this belief created a difficult question: if the imam is absent, who leads the community in the meantime? Out of that question, Shiite scholars gradually gained more authority. These scholars studied Islamic law, theology, and the teachings of the Prophet and the imams. The most respected among them came to be known as Ayatollahs, meaning signs of God. This title does not mean they are divine. It means they are recognized as highly learned religious authorities whose understanding of Islamic law and belief is trusted by others. In most Shiite communities around the world, Ayatollahs guide believers in religious matters, but they do not rule countries. That changed in Iran, where religion and politics became deeply connected. In the 20th century, Iran was ruled by the Pahlavi monarchy, which tried to modernize the country from above. Reza Shah and later his son Muhammad Reza Shah pushed reforms that expanded education, weakened clerical power, encouraged Western-style development, and increased state control over society. Some people saw these changes as progress, but many religious leaders and ordinary citizens saw them as an attack on Islamic identity. Among the critics was Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, who developed a powerful new political theory. He argued that if the hidden imam was absent, the most qualified Islamic jurists should not only guide believers, but also govern the state. This idea became known as the guardianship of the jurist. After the 1979 revolution, the Shah was overthrown and Iran became an Islamic republic. A new political system was built around Khomeini's vision, placing the supreme leader above elected officials. Iran still holds elections for president and parliament, but the supreme leader has ultimate authority over the military, judiciary, media, and key state decisions. This is why the Ayatollah is not just a scholar in Iran. He is part of the structure of power itself. So when people ask, what is an Ayatollah, the answer is not just a religious definition. It is the story of how belief, leadership, revolution, and state power became one of the most fascinating political systems in the modern world.